Lee.
I'm gonna play Shady Grove, and I do the Jerry Garcia. That's where I learned it from Jerry Garcia, his version.
Well, that man right there turned me on to that album.
Peaches in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I can't have the girl I love, I won't have the underdog. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, I know. Shady Grove, oh Shady Grove, I'm bound for the Shady Grove.
I made this story up because I didn't write it down until I've been performing it for over 5 years. At one point, somebody, for whatever reason, I just wrote it down, but it's just, most of the stuff I just make it up. And then sometimes I get around to write it down. So I didn't write this 10 years ago or 12 years ago. I made it up 12 years ago. It's called Little Larry Lizard. You got to listen close on this one. And it goes like this. Now, Little Larry Lizard, like Linda Lou Lizard, she was his gal pal, his girlfriend, but mostly just a friend part. Now, Little Larry Lizard, like Linda Lou Lizard, because they both like to lay in the sun till long around lunch, licking on licorice. And Little Larry's daddy's name was Leonard. And Leonard was a long lizard, and lots of folks like to call him Lanky Leonard. And Little Larry's mama's name was Lucy. And Lanky Leonard thought Miss Lucy was a luscious lady. Now, Larry had a little sister, and her name was Lori. But everybody called her Lolly, because she liked to lick lollipops. Lizard lollipops, you know, the kind of flies and stuff in them. Now, Little Lolly, Little Larry, Miss Lucy, and Lanky Leonard lived in a log cabin up on a ledge up on Lonely Lookout Mountain, and they liked living there. Sometimes Little Larry would tease Little Lolly. Sometimes Little Lolly would tease Little Larry. She'd say things like, "Little Larry, Little Lou wishes you'd kiss her." And Little Larry would turn livid. He'd lash out at Lolly, and she'd lope back to the log cabin just a-laughing. Now, Lanky Leonard would sometimes accuse Little Larry of being lazy because he liked to lay around till long around lunch, but most likely he just liked to relax. Now, one time Little Larry and Linda Lou were laying in the sun along around mid-morning when up raced Ronnie Roadrunner. Now, Ronnie Roadrunner was a self-righteous rascal, and he raced everywhere he went at a rapid rate. If there was one thing that really riled old Ronnie Roadrunner, it was listlessness. And one thing he couldn't stand was lazy lizards. Now, Ronnie Roadrunner rationalized that every time he was to eat a lazy lizard, the whole world would be just a little bit better off, and especially him. So when old Ronnie Roadrunner raced up, reached out, and was ready to reel in little Linda Lou, Little Larry Lizard leaped up larger than life, and he landed right on Ronnie Roadrunner's head, and he licked his left eyeball. Now, Ronnie Roadrunner reacted and got distracted. Little Linda Lou scurried over and lay underneath the leaf, and Little Larry climbed up top and grabbed a handful of feathers and yelled, "Don't look, Linda Lou! I'm fixing to terrorize this brush turkey!" And then Little Larry climbed down the other side, and he licked old Ronnie Roadrunner's right eyeball. Now, Ronnie Roadrunner thought that was revolting and disgusting. He began to shake his head and snap his beak, trying to get at Little Larry. And Little Larry climbed a little bit closer. When Ronnie Roadrunner opened up his mouth, Little Larry Lizard reached in and grabbed old Ronnie Roadrunner's bright red tongue, and he pulled it out. And Ronnie Roadrunner snapped his beak shut, right onto his tongue. Now, when Ronnie Roadrunner realized what he'd done, he reeled and he roared, and he ran off, ranting and raving, right back to the ragweeds. And Little Larry leaped off and went over to where Linda Lou was laying underneath that leaf, and he gave her a lingering hug. Now, when Little Larry and Linda Lou got back to the ledge up on Lonely Lookout Mountain, little Linda Lou told everybody about what Little Larry had done. Why, even little Lolly looks up to Little Larry now. Lately, Lanky Leonard's taken to calling Little Larry Sir Lancelot. And so ends my tale of how Little Larry Lizard saved his true love, Linda Lou, and how he licked a Ronnie Roadrunner, fair and square.